ability to keep the community safe.
Across the country, in the nation's most populated city, New York officials confirm the coronavirus has infected another patient. Hospitalized in serious condition, doctors are now tracing his movements. The man, a lawyer in his 50s, who lives in Westchester and works in New York City, may have been exposed in the area. His family quarantined at home. 7 employees at his firm are being tested, and the schools his children attend are now being cleaned.
This is a crisis that will...
Yo, like, how long you think they can keep that up? That's just one person that they did that, like, you know, that they had to check all these people for. They wouldn't even clean the kids' schools and say some of his employees are sick and they got kids. Like, they don't got the manpower for all this, man. That's the reality of it. You know, and that's all I wanted to say. Also, like, we don't rely on the news, man. Like for 100% truth. All we can do with the news is just, you know, get the meat from whatever meat we can pull from it and spit the bones out. Cause most of it is lies, man. I'm sure there's far more infected people, deaths. It's a lot worse. I'm sure that they're making it out to seem. And they're fucking evil, man. You know, like...
Be with us. I think it's fair to say not for weeks, but for months.
Fighting the virus and public fear, tonight there are more than 120 confirmed cases in a growing number of states. In North Carolina, their first patient, the person exposed after visiting the nursing center in Washington State. Back near Seattle, a government building closed as a public school reopened today after one of its students tested positive for the virus. 4 others being monitored.
I feel like I'm sending my son to death, basically. I mean, it's just unsafe.
Washington's governor saying the public should consider avoiding large events and assemblies.
We are not making a request formally right now for events to be canceled, but people should be prepared for that possibility.
Tonight, growing concern over the unknown.
You see, they're already talking about canceling public events. Soon they're going to cancel sports. I remember earlier than some other news, about a week ago or something, was saying that this virus is even threatening the Olympics. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But and they're not doing, and you know what's even crazier is that the United States is not doing even half as much as other countries are to test their people. And then they're giving a lot here in our country. From what I'm noticing, is there's a lot of different information coming from a lot of different news channels, different numbers. It's not by coincidence, man. They're doing it on purpose. They're just trying to keep the people confused, perplexed, as the scriptures say. You know, they want people to be in fear. This is all just to bring on, like I've been saying, man, martial law. You know, once they bring in all the fear, people are super scared, and they allow this to happen. It's only going to give them reason to want to bring martial law in to control the fear of the public, and they're going to say it's for the safety of the public. And just, I'm telling you, man, the market dropping as well. We got a lot coming. It's just the beginning. As Yahawashi said, these will be the signs of the end, you know. Many things to come. Many signs, many things that will happen. But it won't be the end just yet.
A deadly virus quickly spreading as health officials urge caution while trying to ease fear. Some of the patients who tested positive for the coronavirus are being treated in the hospital behind me. They're in critical condition, fighting for their lives. Meantime, local officials here in the Seattle area say they're working to buy a local hotel to house the sick.
Emergency move.
Federal Reserve announcing that it is cutting interest rates.
The Fed, hoping to counter the coronavirus effect on the economy, slashing rates 0.5 point to boost markets. But investors found little comfort. The Dow still closing down nearly 800 points.
It's a historic day here on Wall Street.
It's the first time the Fed has taken this kind of step since the 2008 financial crash.
Finally,
Do it more. Do it a little bit more. The Fed rate is too high. It's very simple. It's too high.
President Trump visiting the
Dude, that man was not joking around either. He wasn't being sarcastic. Like, he meant that shit. He's a businessman. Like, well, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, there's a fucking reason that they're not pushing to cure or find the infected people in this country, because they want it to get bad, man. They want the economy to collapse to bring on this war, so they can. They want they want the people to go crazy. They want the economy to collapse, so they can bring in martial law, thus bringing in the RFID chip. So in order to get people, the only way you can buy will be the only way you can buy or sell the mark of the beast, in order to keep, to keep people under surveillance. Again, they're gonna say it's for the safety of the nation, because of World War III that's gonna be happening, and they want to avoid any domestic terrorism. I'm telling y'all, watch. I'm telling you guys, man. It's gonna come. That's how it's gonna come, and they're gonna need that war to hopefully boost the economy back up. Like, everything's gonna get worse before it starts to look like it's gonna get better, and then the return of our Messiah will be here.
National Institutes of Health today.
At least in the preliminary safety.
He's now hinting Japan might be the next country hit with new travel restrictions, and he's pledging to help the financially vulnerable. For patients who don't have insurance, Mr. President, what should happen?
As priests urge parishioners to refrain from shaking hands or drinking from the same chalice.
We're not making monumental changes to things. It's just a few kind of tweaking it to be aware.
In Denver,
man, that's hilarious. Hey, that's how you know the Most High ain't with the Catholic Church, man, or with any of these damn churches. They're walking scared too. They're taking preventative caution measures, like, because they know damn well that they're not following the Most High, man. That priest looks serious as hell, trying to prove his point. Like, nah, man, like, this is why we're doing it. Like, don't be questioning us. Like, fool, shut up, man. Like, that's how we know you ain't the people of Yah, because you ain't walking with faith, man. Y'all is scared.
someone stole protective masks meant for doctors, nurses, and patients at National Jewish Health. The hospital is now guarding its remaining supply and awaiting another delivery.
We've sequestered our masks that are around campus so that only staff have access to these masks.
With supplies running low, the World Health Organization says medical supply hoarding is now a problem as the virus and fear spread. Tom Costello, NBC News, Washington.
And as we continue tonight, the coronavirus's surprising impact on children.
Man, yeah, hoarders, man. Hoarders. Hoarding on the medical stuff and the food. Like I said, that's only doing worse for the economy. I mean, at my job, we're already feeling and preparing for it because all these people are going to stock up on food and everything and all that. And depending how bad this virus gets and how long it lasts, it's also going to really depend on, like how long these companies can stay in business for without any business. That's including mine, unfortunately. But it's the reality of it, man. A lot of people are going to be looking to lose their jobs soon. And it's just, like I said, man, I keep telling you, it's the beginning of a lot of bad things to come. This virus hasn't even actually gotten in the food yet. So just wait for that to happen, too. But let's keep going.
We're back now with a new warning from the World Health Organization this evening. The death rate from the coronavirus is rising, at least among known cases, as cases rapidly spread around the world. Our Richard Engel is in London.
It's spreading, and it may be twice as deadly as previous estimates. In South Korea, they're now screening and cleaning on a wide scale. In Iran, where dozens of government officials have been reported sick, prisoners are being furloughed. And Italy, 79 people now dead, all over the age of 63. Tonight, the World Health Organization in Geneva.
Man, that ain't no coincidence. I'm not even surprised a lot of people in Italy are dying. That's the damn house of the devil right there, the Vatican, right? Of course that damn place is gonna get a lot of the worst part of the plagues and everything to come, man. The Catholic Church is the synagogue of Satan, man. Well, one amongst many. It's definitely the harlot, of in Revelation. But yeah, man, and you're seeing like they're telling you like right here in this news channel, they're speaking a little bit more truth, man. They're telling you that how deadly it is. It's actually spreading around the world. And then you got other news channels. I don't know if y'all seen them talking about how it's not spreading that much, that it's calmed down. They're damn liars, but right here they're speaking a little bit more of the truth, man. And obviously the death toll is pretty serious. You know, people are actually really dying from this, and some people are just. Hold on, that's yeah. We'll hear from the doc right now, I think.
Percent of individuals who get infected do really quite well without any specific intervention. Namely, they spontaneously recover.
More from Dr.
I love that, man. They spontaneously recover it. They don't even know how to explain it. You know why, man? Because like I've been telling you, this is not just any freaking virus, man. This is a pestilence. This is a plague brought upon the earth by the Most High Yahawah. All right. So those are spontaneously recovering. It's because that's not their judgment, man. That's not meant for them. They're not meant to go out that way. So they don't know how to explain it, but I'm explaining it to y'all. It's Yah. It's His mercy. It's His grace upon the people He's willing to be, who He chooses to be merciful upon. That's why other people are dying.
Fauci
makes me believe that it's not.
In our chief medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres, for one of the questions that's been gnawing at me is why aren't we seeing this sickness in children on the scale we've seen in adults?
And Lester, studies from China have shown that children account for less than 3% of all cases. And for those who are diagnosed, the vast majority only have mild symptoms. Now, the reason may be that children's immune systems are constantly fighting off colds, which are a type of coronavirus. So kids may have built up immunity that helps them fight this particular strain of corona. Now, it is important to note that even if children are not sick with the symptoms, they can still spread the virus, so they need to practice good hygiene. Keep watching.
You see, again, man, the kids are practically immune to it. They can carry it, and it can touch anybody else, but they'll be okay. So some are spontaneously recovering. The children are practically immune, and only certain people seem to be dying. Well, I'd say that's the power of Yahawah speaking right there, man. But hey, the beautiful thing is, we know our kids are gonna be okay, man, for the most part, as of now, until the shit mutates or something or gets worse. But I think we'd have to be more worried about the government at this point than this virus as far as our kids go. I was watching something else talking about how if they believe your kid has coronavirus at school, that the government can actually come and pick them up or something like that. The CDC, I believe, or FEMA. I'm gonna definitely be looking more into that, and I'm gonna bring some of that out. But I just want to break this video down with y'all real quick. Shalom. Let's give our praises and glory to the Most High Yahawah and His Son Yahawashi. And thank you to them for this blessing and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahawah. Shalom.